Oh, yeah. I already forgot the day. It's Wednesday, July 29th. We're here.
What's up, boys? Podcasting debut. Nick Oakes. Big Padre fan here, if you couldn't tell.
First guest in the pod's history. The full episode today, we're going to go full trade deadline breakdown. But the first little section here, we got to record while we got Nick here. We're going to be talking Padres. I told you I wouldn't hit you with any curveballs. I sent him the questions beforehand. Curveball right off the bat. What do you think of the Odyssey? You just saw the Odyssey. We reviewed it last episode.
Odyssey. Didn't know why people rewatching it 2 or 3 times. I saw it. I get it. That movie was elite.
Great movie.
Dude. Right off the bat, the Cyclops.
Dude.
I've read the book.
Yeah.
I don't know why I wasn't expecting it, but super good movie.
That was my experience. I was like, I read the book. I'll remember everything. Just the Cyclops.
Yeah.
Everything else, I was like, oh, shit. So, yeah. Yeah, that was a sick movie.
Dude. I also didn't see any trailers. I was like, oh my god, Anne Hathaway's here.
Yeah, after rewatching it, the first 15 minutes when they're in Ithaca, it's like, all right, I can skip this part. Everything else is just sick. So good.
Yeah.
All right, Padres. What's going on?
Padres.
But I don't know. I mean, what's going wrong this season? I know the offense is getting better. They stunk out the gate. I mean, the first half was rough.
I'm surprised our record is even where it's at with what offense we had the first half.
It's picking up, though. The starting rotation is still
terrible.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's terrible.
I don't know.
Our offense in the second half, third best offense.
That's good.
We're pretty elite right now, offense-wise. We can't trust 3 of our starting pitchers.
Yeah.
We have openers for Canning, Sears, and Vasquez.
We've been doing that with 2 of the guys, but yeah, it's tough.
What's the method the Rays invented? It's the chaos.
That's the Tigers. Last couple of years, pitching chaos.
Chaos.
We'll just throw whatever inning whenever.
Yeah.
All right.
It's kind of what we've been doing.
I could see eventually baseball getting to that point, but it's kind of already there. There's already, I don't know. Whatever.
We've been doing it double this last week. Every 3 starters, or those 3 starters.
It's brutal.
It's not a fun watch, honestly, when you have Kyle Hart opening a game.
Yeah. But that's what happens when you build a team around a bullpen. That's the centerpiece. What do you want him to do at the deadline? Is there anything in particular?
Honestly, a buy sell.
Yeah.
I don't want a full buy. I don't want a full sell.
So no Miller. You want to keep Miller?
Obviously, if somebody gives you a haul.
Yeah, you got to take it.
Kind of like what we gave,
yeah.
Then yes. But I can't see any team. I've seen some trade packages proposed, and it's no, I don't want Jason Dominguez.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing with the Red Sox and the Yankees fans. There's always Spencer Jones. No, we're not going to take a Volpe throw-in. No. What you were saying earlier about the offense picking up and the starting pitching being so bad, I could see a bullpen sell where they could help out in the rotation. So you're still getting maybe prospects for a Morejon, but you also get some starting pitching. That would be interesting. So you wouldn't want to trade Mason Miller?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see us getting a big enough haul.
Yeah.
And even when he came over, he's even better than when he was before.
Yeah, dude.
So I don't know. Nobody's gonna pay what he's worth, honestly.
Yeah. And then with that, if he were to be traded, would you rather maximize prospects, or would you? I don't think this is in the realm of possibility, but maybe could you attach a Xander contract to it and just get 1 prospect? I would hate to lose Miller.
Yeah, just to get rid of him.
It. Yeah.
And honestly, no. First of all, I don't think that even happens. Bogarts is on full no trade.
Yeah.
So I don't think anybody would even take on his contract to take Miller. But yeah, I can't see it happening. But yeah, I don't think so.
Trade deadline. Actually, one more question just about the Padres, and then I'll get a trade deadline question at the end. How do you feel about AJ Preller? Because someone that's just a baseball fan and not involved with the Padres, not emotionally attached, it's the best. He's the most fun because he's always going to make something happen. But if I was a fan of his team, I'm a little bit more of a prospect hugger. So I'd be a little bit scared with AJ Preller in charge. How, like, as a fan?
As a fan, he's really fun. I really like him. Like, even this trade deadline, we are a game and a half out at this point on July 29th. And he's full buying. I know he is.
Yeah, he's just itching.
He keeps it fresh. I really like him as a GM. He just got extended, so and new owners. I think he's gonna have free reign.
Were they involved in his extension? Was that like? I mean, they didn't fire him when they came in, so obviously they're.
I think
down with him, but
nothing public. But they had to have had
like
some
signed off on it or something.
Yeah, they could have came in and cleaned house if they really wanted to. It's not done, but like they wouldn't. They have full say of who stays on, and obviously he got extended. So
yeah, just trade deadline in general. We'll leave it here. Being a Padres fan with Preller, you've seen some of the bigger trades that we've seen in the most like the Soto trade is probably the biggest one we'll ever have.
Mm-hmm.
The Miller one was just insane. And like he wasn't even on the trade block. So like with those trades, you're not a casual fan, but you're not a complete dork like I am, right? So with those trades, when you're on that side of it and you're giving up the prospects, what are you thinking in those two specific moments of getting Soto, getting Miller? Obviously there's excitement for those two players, but is there any part of you that's like, are we giving up too much, or is it just full-blown, let's go?
Yeah, I love certain prospects. Like, it's not like...
You get attached to...
Yeah, certain ones for sure. Like, for the Soto trade in specific, couldn't wait to get rid of C.J. Abrams. That guy was a quadruple A demon.
Yeah.
And then as soon as he got traded to you guys, I was happy, and I knew he was going to do well for you guys.
Yeah, he was a guy that needed time. But
yeah, I knew he wasn't going to do well here. It kind of was a win-win. And then I was really sad about James Wood.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew. I was like, as soon as I saw the package.
That much ceiling, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh, man, that's going to hurt. And
DeVries, was that kind of the same?
Honestly, I've seen a lot of his games. Like, I've watched the AA. I don't know. I wasn't too attached to him, honestly.
And like, Miller's worth that.
Yeah. Also we have our entire field full of shortstops.
Exactly,
so,
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but Xander's going to be there for the next 10 years, so he's kind of blocked anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, the CJ point, though, it's kind of funny how, like, you love James Wood. I feel like anytime the prospect gets that little like cup of coffee in the majors or like starts to be with the team, the shine wears off. Like, because we were so bad that we get CJ and it's like you let him develop, and so it's not like this pressure, hey, we need to win now situation. So you kind of just watch him grow and go, okay, he's going to be good someday.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like when you're watching a team that needs to win now and you have a 19-year-old playing shortstop badly, like he wasn't great. That's like the shine wears off. Whereas Wood, you never got to see him, so it was like this, like, what could he be? You know? So I resent your hate for CJ Abrams, but I understand it. I want to say I understand it.
Yeah, he's totally bulked up too. Like his 19-year-old.
So much bigger.
He had no
tiny.
pop.
Yeah.
He had no pop. That's kind of the part that frustrated me. He had no pop, and he was going for homers.
Yeah.
So like it's just so many pop-ups and strikeouts.
Well, he's got that. His swing is so tailored to air pull that now that he's filled out, it works, and he's hitting 27 homers. But when he's a little boy, he's not hitting them out.
But James Wood, right off the bat, like his build was already, he was just ginormous already. So you could tell the power was going to be there. That wasn't going to be an issue.
Big boys are taking over the league. They finally figured out.
I'm here for it. I'm here for the big boys.
I think it's the body, like biometric stuff. They're finally able to tell them where the levers are supposed to go. But now it's everywhere. It's Wood, Judge, Eldridge for the Giants. Like it's happening. The big boy movement is happening. You were born 10 years too late. You would have been there.
I should have been there. My chance. It was ripped away from me.
This is our new podcast where we talk about if I didn't have a shoulder injury, I would have gone pro.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, Padres, we'll see. I don't know about this season. I don't know about the deadline. I think they're just buying. I think, like you said, they're just buying.
If we get one or two good starting pitchers, like a number 3, we bang.
There's a good amount of those on the market, too.
Get one of those. We have either one of Pivetta or Musgrove get back, and we're good. I think we'll have a good chance if the offense keeps up like this.
Hell yeah.
How are you, Kev? Let's switch it out on you.
I'm going to talk a little more Nationals because they did make one of the first trades, and I don't know. It's tough because I'm going to be happy either way. I think losing that series to the Jays makes me lean towards we're probably just going to sell, but that might just be recency bias. I think I'm going to be happy both ways because in my heart, deep down, I know that we're not winning the World Series this year. And the long-term plan looks awesome. Like everything we've done this year has been awesome. I'm so happy with the new front office. So deep down, I know if we just sold everything short of like CJ, Dylan Cruz, James Wood, like the core, sell Luis Garcia Jr., Foster Griffin, whatever else anyone wants. Like I wasn't expecting Curtis Mead to be traded, but we got good value. I think that's going to be better for us long-term. But then you see your game and a half out, and you go, I haven't watched them play for a postseason run in 8 years, 7 years. Like, that's exciting. So I'm going to be happy either way. I think maybe we add, like, 2 BS relievers where we can get them for, like, nothing. And then we probably trade Foster Griffin, maybe Luis Garcia Jr., and that'll probably be where we end up, like, more selling than buying. But I don't know, man.
Do you think Abrams is getting traded?
No. Heyman actually came out today and said, like, we said he's, like, no. We're not even going to let people speculate on that. So I guess not. But they have said, like, it would make more sense to do it this offseason, barring a lockout or whatever. So we'll see if that happens eventually. He's also not a Boris client, so
I would love to see an extension, honestly.
I would too.
I always see fans online saying, what can we trade him for? And like all the prospects. Why don't you resign him?
I would love to see an extension. Like the books are open. The ownership said we want to spend when the team's worth putting money into again. It's here. So I'd love to see that. The one question with that would be like, Eli Willits is on the way. He just turned 18 and he's like tearing up AA. Like he's so good. So he might be another like year and a half, 2 years away, but you have to figure out where CJ's going to play because he's not a shortstop. The problem is second base makes the most sense, and all his errors are just like hands and like mental focus stuff. So I don't think that solves the issue. I think he might be a center fielder.
Oh,
I think he might be a center fielder, and with Dalen Lyle, who was awesome last year, he's playing like just bad. I could envision a James Wood, C.J. Abrams, Dylan Cruz outfield for the next, hopefully a long time in D.C., and that would be awesome. So, yeah, that's where mine goes to, of like, if you give him an extension, stick him in center field, I would like that.
Have him talk to Jackson Merrill, see how that transition was.
Yeah.
Because he transitioned pretty smoothly.
Trey Turner also did that, but it was when he was young because we had Ian Desmond. He went out and played center field for September in a playoff run. I mean, he could do it. I don't know. That's it for the Padres segment. Shout out to Nick Oaks. Everyone go follow Nick Oaks on everything. Anything to promote? You have a wedding coming up next year. If you're listening to this, go crash that.
Yes, details, address will be
I'll shout it out on the podcast at the end of next year. Thank you very much for doing this.
Dude,
thank you for being the first guest in the history of the podcast.
We're making history here.
First guest, Nick Oaks. Last guest, James Wood in 50 years. All right. We'll be back after probably like a half a second cut, and I'll be back solo. Thank you, Nick. Go Padres.
Go Padres.
Okay. Once again, shout out to Nick Oaks. First guest in the pod's history. we kind of did the Padres. We did a little Nats. I'll do a little bit more Nats. I just wanted to do kind of the top of the show stuff. Podcast not going to be coming out. Let's see. When's the next time it'll be coming out? Probably beginning of the week, August, like 10th, 11th, 12th. That's probably the strike zone right there. Probably not the 10th, more so the 11th or the 12th. About 2 weeks. The reason is very fun, and we will have content for you. Family's going, East Coast trip, hitting 3 of the ballparks. We're putting 2 on the list for seeing games there, and we're going back home. We're going to Philly for like 4 or 5 days. We're seeing the Nats at Phillies game on Monday. And then we're stopping in Baltimore to watch the Angels play in Baltimore on, I believe it's Thursday. And then I'll be back home in Nats Park Friday and Saturday. I believe that's like the 7th and the 8th or something like that. To watch the Nats play the Reds. So excited. I'm not going to be bringing the stuff to podcasts on the road, so there will be no podcasts, like I said. What we are going to start doing is there's going to be some content. If you're following on Instagram, keep following. If you're not, at Kevin Inning Stretch. On X, we'll be posting on X a ton. I want to do reaction videos for the trades that happen over the trade deadline, so be there for that. Follow on X. I believe it's KIS_pod. But yeah, we're going to be talking about the trades that happen. We won't have a podcast, but we will have content coming out. The rest of this episode, we're just going to whip around the league. I'm just going to go team by team. I'm going to talk about sellers, buyers, what they could be looking for, and we're just going to go rapid fire here. We'll start in the NL East. The Braves in first place. They need maybe multiple starting pitchers, but they have to be good. Like, this team is great, obviously. They had a great start, and they've died down a little bit recently, but even then, they're still one of the better teams in the league. They just don't have the frontline starting pitching. I believe it's Smith-Shawver is coming back. You should have Schwellenbach back by the end of the year, so that would give you like one option that you feel like really comfortable about starting a postseason game to go with Chris Sale. So now you got like 2-ish. You need a game 3 starter. If you could get Skubal, push everyone down one, I mean, that's awesome. They could also look for like a right-handed hitting outfield bat. The problem is everyone's looking for right-handed hitters right now. It's why you saw Curtis Mead get traded for Conley early. We'll talk about that in a couple teams here. But yeah, Braves, it's all about getting an impact starter. If it's like a good 3, if it's like a Foster Griffin or a Freddie Peralta, then you feel pretty good about them. If it's a Tarek Skubal, then it's like, okay, watch out for the Braves. Let's go to Philly. Philly needs a right-handed bat. Right-handed hitting outfielder. It's going to be a very common theme, but they've been looking for that for a while. They could make a move in the rotation. If they're serious, they should probably get another lefty in the pen. The Phillies could just go crazy and make themselves actual contenders for the World Series. Not that they're not, but if they want to put themselves over the top, they really could. Like, there's a Matt Chapman, Robbie Ray deal in there somewhere where they just look like actual favorites coming out of the deadline. I don't think that's what's going to happen. I think they'll add like a Lane Thomas style right-handed hitting bat, maybe Luis Robert Jr., but we'll see. I don't think they go crazy, but they're obviously going to buy. Marlins, they've talked about doing the buy-sell thing, but I think they just end up selling smaller ancillary pieces. I see the Nationals kind of the same way. We kind of talked about it, but they just said that C.J. Abrams isn't getting dealt, which is nice to just know for sure. I think they'll deal Foster Griffin. They'll deal Louis. It'll be kind of a soft sell. If anything, they'll buy some bullpen arms. We talked about this with Nick, but what we didn't talk about is the trade that started the deadline. The Red Sox got aggressive. And I think this is something that happened because of last year. Last year, the Red Sox waited around and tried to go for their guys. Joe Ryan specifically, like that almost broke at the buzzer, but it didn't. And they sat around and they didn't pump the team up enough because they were waiting for the right people and they got no one. So this year, Breslow learns. Kudos to him. If you know what happened to Curtis Mead, it sucks for everyone. Nats trade Curtis Mead, who's in a breakout year. He's been a failed prospect for the last 3 years. He gets DFA'd by the White Sox. The Nationals trade for him before the season. Starts off as a platoon, short side of the platoon guy facing lefties, playing third base. And he ended up just being an awesome player. I think everyone just goes straight to the defensive metrics and goes, he's not a third baseman. I get it. He's not going to play a great third. But he was improving, and he made the normal plays, like the just routine plays. I think you can get away with him at third. They don't need to because they have Durbin. So he's going to be playing second base for them, which you need a little bit more range at second base. He's filled out since he was a good second baseman. I don't know. But I loved that trade. I think it was like a nice two guys with control. I obviously love the fact that we get Conley early in that deal. But then 2 at-bats in, Curtis Mead breaks his wrist. We'll see if he comes back this season. I hope it doesn't hinder anything because he's awesome, and I'm rooting for him. The Mets, they're just going to sell whatever they can. I don't think anything big happens. I don't think we get a Lindor deal. They'll deal Peralta. We'll see about Luke Weaver. And they'll just deal whatever they can. I'm sure Luis Robert, especially if he heats up over the next couple days, he might get a suitor there. The Brewers are one of the teams that has the potential to break this thing open. In reality, I think they probably just go after pitching depth and add like a 3-starter. Kind of the conversation we had about the Braves where like they kind of need to fill in that depth in the rotation to make a serious run. But if you want to go get a Skubal, they have one of the best farm systems ever. They could totally swing it. And then you go Skubal, Mizorowski, Kyle Harrison, Logan Henderson, whatever it is. That would be awesome. So Brewers are another one of those teams where it's like they could just go like nice buy, add depth to the rotation, maybe grab a bat. Or they could just go for it, which would be awesome. The Cubs are going to be in all these, the Emerson Hancocks, the Jose Sorianos, all these deals where they can get the 3-4 starters. They just need arms. So that's what I'm looking for with the Cubs. I don't think they're in the conversation for your Skubal or like the super high end, maybe the Detmers, the guy with control. I think they're just in it for arms. So that's what I'm looking for there. A note with the Cubs, do they deal Matt Shaw? What does his outlook look like on another team? That I'd be interested in because he was a prospect I liked that hasn't really done much. The Pirates, bullpen. They've been hitting so well. Their rotation is so sick. They literally just need arms in the bullpen. Kind of similar to the Nationals, but like a degree better, especially in the rotation. They DFA'd Dennis Santana, who was, I believe, an all-star last year. Like, it's gotten bad in their bullpen. So I wouldn't be surprised if you saw like 3, 4, 5 bullpen arms added by the Pirates here. The Cardinals, I believe, are in a similar situation to the Nats, where it should just be a sell. The year has been so fun. They started the tarps off. They're playing 500 ball when they were expected to be bad. It's a great year. It's a year that fans are going to look back on fondly because there were no expectations and they played well. But you're just starting the rebuild. Do it right. They're going to sell some pieces off. Cincinnati, sell like Tyler Stevenson, JJ Bleday, Brady Singer. These guys that have expiring contracts will be gone. The question is, Ellie's not getting dealt, but like Hunter Green, I doubt it, but that's a name that maybe that would be very interesting. But that's really the only interesting thing the Reds have going on. Most of it is just going to be selling off the expiring contracts. The Dodgers, I don't know. I don't think they have to add anything. They can if they want to. And it feels like they're the last call made for the Skubal deal. Like the Tigers are going to get the package they want from whoever, whether that's the Brewers or the Rays or the Braves or the whoever's. And then they're going to call the Dodgers and be like, hey, can you beat that? And the Dodgers are probably going to say yeah. So that's going to be scary if that happens. That would be my prediction if I had to bet my life on it. I think Skubal does go to the Dodgers just because of the embarrassment of riches they have on their team and in their farm system. They're going to say why not. But we'll see. Arizona, it's kind of the Cubs conversation where they just need arms. I could see a quantity, not quality, of arms going their way. Padres, we just had the conversation. You guys heard it from the horse's mouth, from the biggest Padres fan I know. I couldn't see Preller doing a full sell if there ever was a year. There's still 2 games over 500. I don't know. I think they'll maybe add a starter or two and just say, hey, let's try. Giants, full sell. Rockies, really the only question is, like, how deep do they go into the sell mode? Like, is Mickey Moniak gone? Is J.J. McCarthy? Jake McCarthy. Is he gone? Is Hunter Goodman gone? Do you sell Senzatella? Like, we'll see. Obviously sellers, though. The AL, we got the Rays in the East. They're the other team with the Brewers where, like, if they want to break it open, they can break it open. Because this is a good farm. You got new ownership who might not be opposed to taking on the money that's left in the Skubal deal. Because that's a factor here. You think, oh, Tarik Skubal's a rental. Anybody can trade for him because no one has to pay him. They got to pay him. If you remember his arbitration case, he made the most money in arbitration ever. So I think he's still owed like $16 million. So, like, a really cheap team will scoff at that. I don't think that's a problem anymore with the new Rays ownership. They've talked about it. They want to spend a little bit more money. So they could be a team that makes that big move. Luis Arraez fits like a glove in that lineup. I think that's a move that probably does happen, Arraez to the Rays. So at the very worst, I think you're looking at that big move. And then if they want to get crazy, they can get crazy. So they're a team to watch for sure. The Yankees, they're always a team that can get crazy. I don't see Skubal. It's just not a need, and their farm already isn't amazing to begin with. So, like, do you really want to deal for that? I could see this just kind of being like a, hey, we added a righty bat, whether that's a Ryan Jeffers or a Tyler Stevenson behind the plate, and they just kind of go on about their day. They'll make a few trades here and there. I think they want to dump Camilo Doval. A team should probably take the flyer on that. But, yeah, they'll add a couple bullpen arms. They'll get a right-handed catcher, and they'll go. If Mason Miller's in play, then maybe I could see them making the big trade. Outside of that, I don't really see it. I think if a big shortstop moves, like a Neto or an Otto Lopez, I think that's more the Red Sox range with how their farm looks. But, yeah, speaking of the Red Sox, I like that they started early. I hate that Curtis Mead got hurt. It hurts my heart. I think they're going to keep going. They could add an arm if they wanted to. Maybe one more lefty in the bullpen. But I think it's about infield bats. They could trade from their depth of starting pitching. They could trade from their depth in the outfield. I think they're looking for right-handed hitting bats. Zach Neto, the Angels just traded Logan O'Hoppe and Chase Silseth. Is that a for sale sign? If so, I could see the Red Sox going and grabbing Neto. That'd be awesome. You pair him with Curtis Mead on the left side of the infield, or up the middle for the next couple of years. We'll see. Baltimore, total wild card. No clue here. I saw a report that they're listening on Jackson Holiday. So this could be anywhere from like a soft buy because they're still a couple games out of the wild card to like a full sale. I don't think they'll go full sale mode. I don't think they'll deal like Adley or Jackson Holiday. But who knows? That'd be very interesting. Toronto, they're going to do like just selling off expiring pieces. I don't think they'll dig too deep. I saw someone mention like Louis Varland. He's having a great year. He's under control for a couple years. That's not happening. I think they just sell the pieces they can, the expiring deals. Be kind of boring, but They won the World Series last year. They're having a bad year. Sell what you can. Move on to next year. White Sox. They're so interesting. I think it's going to be like a very soft buy because I don't think they want to mortgage the future for this year. But at the same time, you're in first place in the Central. So, like, you kind of got to go for it. The AL is weak. Like, you could just sneak your way to the World Series this year if you do enough. I see it being more of a softer buy where they add, like, a 3 to 4 starter, maybe add a bat. The real big swing, and I could see this for, like, the Nationals and the Cardinals as well, kind of those young emerging teams. I could see, like, a crazy, if they want to get crazy, I could see, like, a Detmers trade, right? A starting pitcher with the 2 years of control after this year. That way you're not mortgaging your future for one playoff run and then you get booted in the wild card and you're like, why'd we do that? So that's the one crazy thing I'd look out for with the White Sox, going and getting like a Detmers or like a, probably not, but Joe Ryan, like that type of arm. Cleveland, they got to get a righty bat. Again, righty bats, they got to go. That's why Curtis Mead was dealt. We'll see. I don't know if they'll be able to do it. And they're a team that just kind of historically just chugs along. So we'll see. They're an enigma to me. The Twins, another one I'm going to put my hands up and say, I don't know. If I'm them, I'm strategically selling, kind of a soft sell. It's tough because, to me, Jeffers has to go. He's an expiring contract. He's putting up insane numbers. This is the most you're going to get for him. You just drafted Von Lackey. He's going to move fast. He's going to be amazing. You have Victor Caratini and Alex Jackson on the roster to fill in if you trade him. It just feels so like, yeah, do it. Duh. But then they're talking about buying. So, like, if you're buying, would you pull off the buy-sell and sell Ryan Jeffers? I don't know. I would expect them to be more of just like a soft sell, but we'll see. Tigers, the way they're playing, I think everyone goes. I think Skubal's gone. If I had to bet, he's a Dodger or a Ray, maybe a Brave, maybe a Brewer. That's way too wide of a net. That is not brave on my part. But yeah, I mean, if you're selling Skubal, Mize should be gone. The amount of righty bats I've mentioned, Glaber, does he go? Kenley, probably not, but I don't know. What's open if the Tigers are really sellers here? And then Kansas City, it sounds like they're not opening up to a sell as much as they should, being 46 and 63. This is just barreling down the tracks towards an Angels situation, and it terrifies me. Like, there's no reason Michael Wacha shouldn't be on the move. I know he's got another year of control, but you're having a bad year. Like, it's time to... You got to stock the farm and actually build towards something. I'm a little worried. I'm a little worried about my Royals. I want to watch Bobby Witt in the postseason. Getting a little scared. Getting a little bit of Angels vibes here. In our last division, we're going to talk Rangers, who are the one team I've heard a lot for a rise if we're not talking about the Rays. So they're going to buy. I think they grab a bat. They're another team that could really use like that 3-starter, right? You got DeGrom, you got Eovaldi, but Mackenzie Gore's having a bad year. It might get to the point where you don't even trust throwing him out there for a Game 3 in a playoff series. So if you can go grab another arm to push him down to the 4th game and maybe make that like a bullpen piggyback type of situation, that'd be ideal. Houston, listen, I've said I think they should sell. I think this is a turning point in the franchise. And if they don't sell, I think they're going to get caught in the middle for the next 5 years or so. Maybe I'm wrong. They're a game and a half back of the division. It sounds like they're going to try to add some arms and just run it out there. They could probably use another outfielder too. Just purely guessing, I think they're going to buy from what they're saying. If it was me, I lean towards sell. I lean towards if I don't see my team winning the World Series, and I'm delusional, so I would, if my team was any good, I'd see my team winning the World Series. If I don't see my team winning the World Series, I'd sell whatever I can. So that's what I would do, but they're probably not going to do that. The Mariners. I mean, is there anything more obvious than the fact that the Mariners want to trade Emerson Hancock? I mean, there's a tweet every 20 minutes. The Mariners are willing to give Emerson Hancock, like, all over the place. I hope they keep an open mind and they're not just trying to pigeonhole an Emerson Hancock trade in there. But it sounds like they want a righty bat for one of their starters. Like, that's just what it is. They could probably use another lefty reliever. I'm curious if they were in the conversations when Curtis Mead was traded, because Taboni did talk about the fact that other teams kind of called about him, and he was like, oh, okay, like I wasn't expecting to trade Curtis Mead, but if we're talking, let's talk. It kind of sounds like the perfect lineup on a trade for Emerson Hancock, Curtis Mead. I wonder if that was the offer. I wonder if Taboni liked Early a little bit more. I could see that. Yeah, I think Seattle probably just soft buys. I don't think they really have anything to sell. I mean, Hancock would be like major leaguer for major leaguer, so I think they just soft buy. A's, whatever they can sell, they will. There's not too many like expiring good players for them, so maybe they deal like a bullpen arm. And then the Angels happened right before we recorded. Ohapi and Silseth to the Rangers for a prospect. I checked Pipeline, not even in their top 30. So to me, this trade looks like the Rangers are getting just a bullpen arm that's been fine this year. Silseth has been more than fine, right? If he's your fourth, fifth reliever, it's fine. And then they're taking a shot on Ohapi. They sent him down to AAA as soon as they got him, so that's more of a project for them. And then for the Angels, I mean, you're selling low on Ohapi. You're basically just packaging him in with a reliever for kind of a nothing lottery ticket prospect. Like, it's a 19-year-old shortstop, so it's a lottery ticket, if you will, in air quotes for my podcast listeners. This feels like they just put the for sale sign up, which would be good. I think that would be a good thing. But who knows? Maybe that's just one weird trade and they hold on to everyone else. I think for Angels fans' sake, I've talked to my family about it. I think it's time to do it. Send Neto to Boston. Send Detmers to the Nats if you want. Soriano wherever. Let's build this thing up. Let's do it right. That's the deadline preview. Kind of ripped through all of them fast. You got an in-depth Padres breakdown at the top from the boy. Yeah, we're going to be gone for a week and a half. Please go follow the X, Twitter. I don't know why I'm calling it X. It's lame. Yeah, we're going to be posting content there. Going to try to get it on like Reels. Maybe I'll break out the TikTok. I think I'll wait till after the trip to learn how to do that. Yeah, go follow along with that. It's going to be a ton of fun. I'm very excited. And we'll have a big recap episode talking about all that. As for content I'm going to be posting, we'll do anytime a big trade happens, because we will be gone for the trade deadline. I'll post videos breaking those down, my thoughts, all that type of stuff. We'll be in the stadiums, so I'm thinking, I mean, I'll be posting photos and stuff. I'm thinking maybe food reviews, maybe stadium reviews. Maybe if we get enough interaction, maybe we'll post some stuff, what we're doing around the city. I don't know. Follow along. It's going to be a great time. And I'll talk to you guys in a couple weeks here. We'll have the deadline done. We'll have this trip to talk about. We'll have the playoff race really tightening up, and we'll really have the clear window of what teams are going for it and what it's going to look like. It's going to be a blast. Have a great couple weeks. I will talk to you guys later.